Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shayla if this is your first time here. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a matte, is it daytime? Maybe happy hour, maybe nighttime type of look. It's just gonna be one of those really semi-natural looks. It's not gonna be too dramatic. So I guess it is a natural look. Well, for me it's natural. For some of you, I know it's not gonna be that natural, but we're gonna do a matte makeup tutorial. I just love how matte makeup looks. I think it photographs nice. I feel like it gives you that kind of like professional touch. Like all the professional makeup artists do like that matte look, and I just love it. Today's video is sponsored by Mercier. I will be using their iconic #1 translucent loose setting powder. I'm gonna be using the color translucent and medium deep. Is it medium deep? Yeah, the darker one. And I'm just gonna show you how I like to use it because it is bomb. It is iconic. She's popping. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, I brought y'all in a little bit closer. So I prepped my skin with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. You guys have seen me apply this a million times. You know, I don't need to be applying it. So I'm gonna start with NW43 Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. And we're just gonna pump this, okay? I actually learned this from Harouche. She like puts little stripes on and then just like lets it sit for a second and then blends it with a sponge. Boom, that's a look. So I just got back from Cancun like, what, a week and a half ago, wait. Well, I just got back from Phoenix first off. I've been traveling a lot this month, but I went to Cancun and I got a little tan. So I'm NW43 now. Usually I'm like NC45, you know, NW. All right, so let's blend this in. So I'm just using a beauty blender, blending it in. I kind of like to put the foundation on to let it just kind of oxidize on my skin before I blend it in. That's why I just kind of had it chill in there for a minute. So when I said this look is going to be like semi-natural, like I would wear this, you know, during the day. But for some of you, it might be like a nighttime look. I just like am just loving like a matte look. And I'm using my Proceed with Caution palette because it does have some really good everyday mattes. Cover those lips too. Just like to be even. Oh yes. I'm gonna conceal with Kylie's Chai. I haven't used this concealer. Ooh, a bunch of concealer just flew off. I haven't used this in like a hot minute. So we're just gonna revisit this. Putting this under the eye. I like to put it on the side of my nose too, and like right there, and the center of the nose. A little bit right here, a little bit right here. A little bit right here, right here. Yeah, so pretty much the center of the face is where I will conceal, and I'm just gonna blend this in. So I cleaned my beauty blender right before I started using it, and I do notice that the applicator is like a lot better when it's damp. Ooh. Blend that. Blender in. Always hit up the side of the side underneath the cheeks right there. All right, we got our foundation, our concealer. Before we go into the baking process, I'm just gonna set my concealer with a pressed powder. You could use any pressed powder you wanted. And I'm using the Mercier. This is actually their cheek color blush, but the shape of it, because it's so flat, is so bomb, and it just gets right up in there. This is like the best brush for under the eye. You always want something that's like kind of flat. So this is the Mercier cheek. I don't really follow the rules, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not even the rules, but when it comes to brushes, like I really don't pay attention to like what they're supposed to be used for. I just look at the shape and like figure out how I can use it in my makeup routine. Like look, this is a cheek brush and I'm using it basically all over. All right, let's get into the bake. Okay, so was it last November, I went to Makeup by Mario's like class, and I learned that you apply the setting powder with a powder puff. You guys, this is like a game changer. Not only do I apply powder under my eyes with a powder puff, but I pretty much apply it all over my face with a powder puff. It just goes on better. It goes on, I feel like, more matte. It just looks bomb. I always work off the lid. So this is the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. See it there? And I'm gonna get my Mercier powder puff. Just dip it right up in there. And you wanna get like a generous amount. I know it's probably hard to see, but like a good amount on there. And then I'm gonna apply it on the side of my nose and under my eye. And basically when I apply it, I want it to look like even. Like you don't want it to look all chunky, you know? Like I don't wanna see like chunky spots everywhere, no. Nose, dip back into the lid. Get the other eye. And what I do on my nose, I wipe off the sides because I don't want the sides of my nose baking because I want it to look like snatched. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna put just a tiny bit under here. I don't like to bake under my cheeks very long, so what I do is like, I'll kind of like put it there and then wipe it right off. Oh, I didn't want to take off my earrings today? Oh, okay. Like right off, because I don't need that baking. Okay, so whatever's left on the powder puff, I'm just gonna kind of use it to set my makeup. So don't dip back into the lid, okay? You basically dip into the lid, apply it all over. You almost want this to have next to nothing, like just a little bit, you know, whatever's left over, and you're just like blotting and setting your makeup with it. Yep, I learned this at one of the Mercier classes, and it actually does work, and I feel like this is like what all the celebrity makeup artists do. See how matte everything is? And we're baking under the eyes because it's gonna really hold the concealer in place. So once I wipe this off, this translucent powder isn't gonna give you flashback. It's matte, it's long wearing, it's good for all skin tones. You gonna see, just wait, you gonna see. All right, now I'm gonna dip into medium deep. You can see this is a darker translucent powder, so it's actually called medium deep translucent loose powder. And I'm gonna use my fluffy brush. And I'm gonna apply this. So I kind of like dip into the powder and then tap off the excess on the lid. So we're gonna apply this on the cheeks. Up here. And I could dip this in the powder puff also, but I'm just gonna use it with the brush. So even though this is translucent, it does give me a little bit of warmth, which I like. Warm me up. So you can use this shade under your eyes, but I like my under eyes to be like a little bit brighter, so I use translucent. That makes sense. Look at that. So it's almost as if I use translucent just under the eyes, and then I use medium deep as like almost like a bronzer, kind of a little bit. I'm still gonna add bronzer, but you know what I'm saying? It gave me that warmth that I needed. All right, so while we're baking, I'm gonna fill in my brows with the Sigma Brow Powder. And I'm just gonna do like a easy, what I call easy brow. Fill it in real quick. I really don't like to spend a lot of time on my brows. Like I like to get it done fast, you know what I'm saying? I notice like the more time I spend on it, the more it starts to like get worse. I don't know if you guys go through that, but like if I don't do my brows in a couple minutes, I feel like it starts to go downhill, and I just like do too much. So I'm just filling it in with powder. Plus I kind of have like thick brows, so I don't need to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be doing all that. Natural brows. All right, I'm gonna apply Kylie concealer all over my eyes. This is basically my eyeshadow base. Just a little concealer. All right, now we're gonna apply my beautiful Proceed with Caution palette. So it comes with 4 matte colors, and I'm gonna use all the matte shades except for the yellow. So I'm gonna start with Culture, and we're gonna apply this in the crease. This is just like a bomb AF transition shade. I'm also gonna put Culture using the same fluffy brush just all over the lid here. Pack it on. Okay, so really quickly, and I've said this like 1,000 times because, you know, Culture's been my girl for a minute, but even this by itself with like liner, mascara looks so pretty. It just has like a really just natural everyday look. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I'm gonna go in with Maintenance, which is like a reddish brown. Apply this in the crease. I almost like first kind of like tap it just to place it and then blend it. So when you bake, while you put shadow on, it kind of catches and you fall out too. Not that there's like fallout, with this palette, but I'm just saying. It does kind of catch it. All right, switching to a bullet brush, I'm gonna put Proceed, which is the lightest color, and we're gonna apply that right up in here on the inside to brighten, yep, brighten her. And I'm just gonna wipe off the brush on my paper towel here and then dip into maintenance. Okay, and then smudge this under my lash line. I love these like reddish browns under the lash. Ooh, looks so good. Okay, so every step of my eye application is kind of like a different look. It gives you something different. So you could just stop here, you know, and add liner and call it a day, or you could take it up a notch. So I'm just gonna smudge a little bit of Gloves On, which is kind of like a dark blackish brown. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this just like in the outer corner of the eye, basically like on the lid. So when I apply liner, it just looks kind of like smudged. You could also do liner first and then smudge it with this. That's the option too. I'm gonna put a tiny bit in the crease. It's like I can't help it, you know? I was like, I'll just put it on the lid, and now look. A little bit in the crease. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna just blend this out a tiny bit. See that little bit there. All right, I'm gonna line with Colourpop Swerve gel liner, and I'm gonna make it a little thicker on the end and kind of just give it that smudged effect. So we're not gonna wing it. So just line it, and then with that same brush, just smudge it into the shadow. You may even have to like go up a little bit into the crease. Ooh, yes. Yep, that's it. All right, now it's time to wipe off the bake. I had to give the whole process of wiping it off a little intro. And I'm using that same Laura Mercier flat brush and just like wiping it off. Brighten me. I like love how it just makes you look bright under the eyes, but it's also gonna photograph well. All right, I'm gonna bronze my cheek with the Kylie Tawni Mami bronzer. I'm basically just putting this on the cheek. Remember I told you, I was like, I'm still gonna add bronzer. Hit up that chin. I love how matte my under eyes look. Yes. So if I didn't want my makeup to be as like bright under the eyes, I would have used the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in medium deep. But I like that like brightness. I don't know, I think it looks dope. It looks good in photos, so that's why I use translucent. If you have a darker skin tone, definitely use medium deep. It'll still give you like that brightening effect. You know what, you could actually use both. You could put medium deep on and then translucent. I'm just saying they both work. All right, I'm gonna use Whistle While You Work from Colourpop as my blush. This is like a matte pink. Yes, blush. This is the Lancome, what is this? Oh, Mercier Big Mascara. I'm gonna do some false lashes too. Make sure your setting spray is dry underneath before you put mascara, because that could just be like a mess. So I'm gonna apply my Lilly lashes in Miami while the, you know, under eyes are drying. Still feels a little wet. So my skin has kind of been irritated. Like my contact dermatitis is kind of like acting up. So whenever my skin's irritated, if I have any bumps or anything, I really like to do a matte look because it doesn't draw attention to, you know, the craziness that's going on your face. Ooh, okay, so basically the setting spray has kind of dried. So what I like to do is go back with my powder puff and just kind of almost like blot it and kind of set it again. It gets rid of like the shine from the spray or just like your natural shine. This powder puff is freaking bomb. That's all I'm gonna say. Like game changer. All right, let's put some mascara on the bottom. We're almost done. Okay, I'm gonna use my blending brush and I'm gonna dip into the medium deep translucent loose setting powder. And I'm just gonna contour my nose just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's translucent, so it's not gonna be like anything crazy anyway. But I like to do this a little bit. A little something, something, you know? Ooh, this is cute. See, this is to me, like, I would rock this every day, okay? Or on days when I'm like, okay, I wanna like be a little sheen. All right, I'm gonna line my lips with the Colourpop BFF3 lip liner. We're gonna do like a nude pink. And this is Speed Up by Colourpop. I'm gonna add a darker lip liner. This is BFF4. And we're not doing gloss because this is a matte look. Ooh, I low-key look like I'm ready for a photo shoot. Look at my under eyes. Ooh, I love this look. See, this is like it's such a look. I love all matte makeup look vibes. I feel like we should be calling this like happy hour, you know? Happy hour makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you picked up some tricks on the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It is bomb. It lives up to its name as being the #1 setting powder. I really love it. Look at, look, I can't stop looking in the monitor, looking at myself. But matte makeup is definitely a vibe for me. I love it. I just think it photographs well. It looks like, look at that. It just looks real cute. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Subscribe to my channel. And last but not least, strut and slay.